Good afternoon and welcome to Columbus Grove High School. It is district final championship day in Division III for girls basketball in Northwest Ohio. Our premier sponsor for Elida today is John Stocker DDS. Sponsor for the Elida Bulldogs, providing dental care for high school sports fans. Mark Schein, along with Scott Mag here. Scott, this is district championship day. It's a big game for two schools that have not been to the regionals in a long, long time.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be a game where the jitterbugs are going to affect the play. It might be a little sloppy the first couple minutes of the first quarter, but once these ladies settle in and work on some of the things that I'm sure both coaches have put in these few days of practice to try to beat the other team, to take advantage of maybe their weaknesses, I look forward to a game that's going to be just a little shaky at the beginning, but get better as it goes on.
Sometimes, Scott, you can get to this district championship game and you go, here's a clear-cut favorite. But we're looking at the Spartans team, they're 16-6. Elida's 15-9. I don't think we have that here today.
No, I don't think we do either. I think both teams have, played some really good teams and played some teams that were so-so, and they did what they had to do to get here, and they play well together. And I think, the team that plays the best together, as well as, maybe takes away minimal amount of things from the other team, comes away with a victory tonight.
Let's look at the starting lineups. Elida, they will be the visitors today. Number 10, Jordan Gladden. Jordan is a senior. Jordan averages 6 points per game, 5 rebounds. Number 14 is Lily Seifert. Lily averages 15 a game. She's a sophomore. 15 is Lexi Good. She's a sophomore, averaging 4.2, 32. Livy Sanders. Livy's a senior, averaging 11 points a game. And number 35 is Emma Mitchell. Emma is a junior, averaging 9.7 points per game and 7 rebounds. For Lima Senior, they will start number 0, Zaisha Scott. Zaisha is a 5'6" player. Zaisha averages 8.7 points per game and 4.1 steals. Number 1 is Kalia Luster, a 5'11" junior. Kalia averages 11.7. Number 4, Amaya Coleman, 5'10" senior, averaging 8 a game. 11 is Angie Kohlhofer, 5'10" junior. 5'10" sophomore, averaging 5 a game. Number 21, Keisha Jones, 5'3" junior. She averages 3.5 points per game. It's a chance to go to the regional tournament. That will be in Bluffton on Wednesday night. We'll have a chance to talk about that a little bit later on. Lima Senior's last trip to the regional was in 1989. Elida's was in 2004. One of them will punch their ticket to the Bluffton Regional this coming Wednesday night. You've been watching Pregame Show, brought to you today by John Stocker DDS, providing dental care for all high school sports fans. Opening tip coming after this. You're watching high school tournament basketball on WOSN. Back at Columbus Grove High School, Division III District Championship matchup, the Elida Bulldogs and the Lima Senior Spartans. Our scoreboard today is brought to you by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years, with offices in downtown Lima and in Bluffton. Mark Stein, Scott Mag, we're going through the final starting lineups as we look on the floor here at Columbus Grove. The winner of this game will be at Bluffton on Wednesday night. They will play Granville. Granville has already qualified for the regional by beating Columbus Centennial on Wednesday night. That was a 41-20 game. And the winner of this game will play those teams. Also being played today, Ashland and Norwalk are playing at Buckeye Central, and Notre Dame Academy is playing Toledo Central Catholic at Norwood today. That's a 4 o'clock matchup. See both teams on the floor. Elida will be in the black jerseys with orange trim. Lima Seniors in white uniforms today with their red and gray trim. And we will head to center circle where Maya Coleman will jump center along with Emma Mitchell. As we look at the starting lineup, Scott, definite size advantage for the Elida Bulldogs.
Yeah, but you see who gets their pace, right? I don't know if both teams, one may want to play it a little bit faster or see what they can do, the pressure man-to-man, and see if Elida's able to handle it. The good thing is they should be accustomed to that, and some of the teams that they play in the WBL also play pressure man-to-man, so they'll be accustomed to this.
Into the corner, the basketball goes into the hands of Jordan Gladden. And into the lane, shots blocked, and the rebound comes out to Keisha Jones, and Lima Senior will head the other way. This is Coleman. And on top it goes to Kalia Luster. A weave action out front. Asia Scott throws the ball inside to Coleman. Cut inside of the back-to-back turnovers. This one goes to Livy Sanders, and she will push the other way. Pass goes up court. Seifert.
Oh, had her.
They did try to throw cross court, but the defense was solid.
Yes.
We'll get a held ball, and the arrow will favor Lima Senior.
Yeah. Coleman did a good job of getting her hands up and knocking that one down because Gladden was wide open going to the rim, but they just didn't get her the ball.
Elida will show some 2-2-1 zone press. And the ball goes inbounds to Luster. Kalia backs up slowly. Coleman in the middle, and up the sideline they go into the hands of Jones. Coleman. Amaya kicked back out. Jones gets a three look. Bounces off the rim. Rebound to Kohlhofer. And in the process of that happening, she dribbled it out of bounds. Her spring took her close to the baseline.
Yeah.
To secure the rebound.
Trying to dribble around the traffic, and I think the ball hit the line, I believe.
Well, the senior will come with some token pressure as well. Scott pressured the basketball as Seifert brings it up the court. Mitchell.
Good job by her that she didn't panic, right? She caught the ball, she squared up. Try to get it down there.
And yet another turnover. Lima Senior's pressure defense, but now Elida pressures up, and it's going to go off out of the hands of Amaya Coleman, and will stay with Elida.
Kind of what we talked about in the pregame, right? Both teams kind of getting the jitters worked out. We said it's going to be kind of sloppy for the first couple of minutes. Kind of true to the word of the game so far.
Yeah, you were spot on with that one. Big game today. These teams have not been to regional action. Pass inside. Yep, an out of bounds play. And Lily Seifert. Seifert has the first basket of the game.
Mitchell did a great job of setting that back screen.
Scramble for the ball. It's eventually going to be picked up by Seifert. Here's a three that goes up, that bounces around. Rebound comes inside, but good. And Mitchell throws it inside. It's taken away. Scott heads the other way. Scott to the rim. And we're tied at 2.
Tell you what, she got in the open floor and she put in another gear to get by the people who got to the rim. What great athleticism that is. And she forces the turnover.
Yep, turnover. Seifert turns the basketball over.
Turnover number 4 by my unofficial stats.
And I don't know the exact situation, but Zayasha Scott's having trouble with that shoe, trying to keep it tied. And maybe she got a little ankle issue. She wanted to wrap it up a little bit tighter. Yeah. Luster gets into the lane. Her shot goes off glass. Here's an outlet pass. We're headed the other way with Gladden. Cross-court pass. Left-handed three goes up, back of the rim. Rebound stays with Elida on the backside by Gladden. Really nice pass.
Yep.
Cross-court pass.
Gladden didn't panic, right? She squared up and seen her open teammate there right by the rim and gave her the ball, and she scored it.
Lexi good with that one. Coleman will head the other way as they break through Elida's pressure. And to the rim, bounce pass.
Nice pass.
Really well, nice done. Rebound missed. Couple of shot opportunities were inside for Kohlhofer. It wouldn't go. Scramble for the ball. Lima Senior gets it back. It's going to go out of bounds.
Just getting open looks. Just kind of rushed herself there a little bit. It's Kohlhofer. She stayed with it, but the second one was just a little bit long. She'll settle in, make them later on, I'm sure.
Sanders will advance the basketball. Her pass goes to Seifert. And they swing it around. Mitchell's looking inside. Got a post-up move inside. Left-handed shot inside. And we're going to get our first free throws of the game. Our free throw sponsor today is Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Located in Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's. Locally owned and operated. Lee's is not just famous for chicken. We're famous for catering, too. Zayasha Scott has the first foul of the basketball game. And the free throw line will go Seifert, a 52% free throw shooter on the season. And left-hander shot rolls out.
Yeah, good play design. Got her on the right block so she could spin right shoulder to get to that left hand, right? She has a size advantage of the defender. What a smart play to get her down on the block and make an advantage.
That one will fall in for her. Really now has 3 in the game of her team's 5. Elida shows their 2-2-1 zone press. Luster just races through it. He goes off glass, and she's going to draw contact.
She's going to get 2.
Yep. As Lexi Good picks up her first foul, and we'll get another pair of Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken free throws. 5-2 on the Webb Insurance scoreboard.
Yeah, Luster was so quick getting through there. I think the Elida 2-2-1 press is not really a press mark to get steals. It's more or less to kind of slow Lima Senior down, slow that tack down, and getting good defensive positions right there. They kind of missed her going through the lane, and she made both of those foul shots.
Kalia Lester is a 67% free throw shooter on the season, made both of those. It's a 1-point Bulldog lead. Seifert gets it over midcourt. Sanders heads baseline.
Nice
little inside. Yeah, she did. Mitchell's shots blocked. Cracked down in the corner by Good. But she's doubled up. Lima Senior with the ball. We're heading the other way. This is Scott. Right to the rim she goes, off glass, and she get an offensive foul. Aisha Scott will pick up foul number 2, and that's an offensive one. We'll go the other way.
Jordan Gladden did such a good job. She hustled back, right? She got in position. She stood straight up and allowed the offensive player to run into her. That was a heck of a play and an unselfish play, right? To give herself up for her teammates to take that charge.
Anaya James wears number 31, a 5'6" junior, enters the basketball game. It's a foul situation now for Scott. Anaya averages 6 points a game. Up the side goes Gladden. Mitchell. Seifert.
Kind of like what Elida's doing. They're using Mitchell as their escape valve, right? She's always in the spot, and they look to find her, and she does a good job of squaring up and finding her teammates. Gladden goes baseline.
Jordan Gladden went baseline. She will get a pair of free throws brought to you by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. That foul will go to, looks like it goes to Amaya Coleman. Amaya's first, team's third of the quarter. And that one will fall in. Averages 6.6 points per game. She had 10 in their sectional championship win over Salina. That was a 64-28 win. Good check out on the backside rebound by Angie Kohlhofer. But Elida right into full court pressure. Coleman gets it over midcourt. And she hands it off to Kalia Lester. Lester probing, can't find a spot, takes a 3-look.
Nice.
Splash.
Yep.
Kalia Lester's 28 three-point field goal. They're brought to you today by Wapak Canetta Ford. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakcanetta.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapak, Canetta.
Lester allowed they had 2 defenders on her. One, they didn't know who was going to pick her up. She steps back and knocks down the 3, and I believe that's going to be a foul.
Pressure on
Jones.
Yep. Asia Jones will pick up her first foul. We're going to get a substitute for Lima Senior. That'll be number 44. Mallory Gibson, a 5'10" junior, will enter. Sanders takes the inbounds pass. To the wing it goes, good. And Lexi spins it up on top. Seifert gets a 3-look. Back-to-back threes, one for each team. Lily's got 10 of those on the season now as she makes the Wapak Canetta Ford three-point field. Here's a steal. Scramble for the loose ball, and we're going to get the held ball.
Yep. Favor of Elida. Might want to over-penetrate there a little bit.
Elida up 9-7, 2:40 to go opening quarter.
Good screen by Mitchell.
Top it goes to Good. There's Mitchell inside. Tries to back inside. Good defense. Just wall up on him.
Yep.
And it's a held ball that will go Lima Senior's way.
Good defense, right?
Yes,
They walled up. They didn't reach. And tough once you put the ball down, and then those little guards can get in there and take it away. That was great, great defense there by the Spartans.
Coleman's going to throw it up the sideline. Lester to the corner it goes. This jumper's going to go up from Gibson.
Nice shot.
And she steps off the bench and makes the basket. She averages 4 a game, has her opening 2, and we're tied at 9.
Good job by Gibson to catch that ball square up. Got her shoulders squared and went to the basket.
That foul will go to Lester, Kalia's first foul. And 5th of the quarter means with 2:05 left, we're going to shoot a pair of Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws.
Yeah. Sometimes you get fouls, right, Mark, when you play aggressive man-to-man and you're trying for steals, you're being aggressive. Sometimes you get extra fouls, but you got to live with that if you want to play that style of basketball.
Seifert, the first team, the left-handed player. That bounces off the back of the rim. The Western Buckeye League has not announced their all-league teams yet. They vote on Sunday. As we go through this, we'll talk about which Lima Senior Spartans have made the TCAL first and second teams this year. Splits the pair as she did earlier, 0.7 for her. Team leads by 1. And once again, Lester just motors through the press. She's trying to throw a bounce pass to number 21, Keisha Jones. Weren't prepared for that.
Yeah,
There'll be another held ball that would go Elida's way.
Yeah, I don't think she was really looking, didn't think that she was going to pass to her. I think she was looking for maybe going to come set a screen. Lester thought different.
Seifert inbounds, throws it to Sanders. Livy advances it. Seifert, ball face, goes inside, left-handed shot, banks in. She's had a good opening quarter. She got 9 already.
Yeah, that's a tough move for a left-hander going right and come back, shoot with her left hand. She did a good job of going off the rim. Gladden steps in. Yep.
Gladden steps in. She goes to the rim, misses, backside rebound go. And that one's going to fall the way of Lexi Good. And the Elida Bulldogs have taken a 14-9 lead. Timeout on the floor. Timeout in Elida. You watch high school basketball, WOSN. John Stocker DDS is tonight's premier sponsor for the Elida Bulldogs, providing dental care for high school sports fans. Elida on the Web Insurance scoreboard is up 14-9 with 1:27 to go, and Coach Jenkins just took her first time out of the basketball game.
Look for Elida to come out here, maybe switch up some defenses. That Lima Senior's done a good job kind of figuring out that 2-2-1 press. Look to see if maybe they switch it up a little bit.
Number 50, Denia Denson enters the game for Lima Senior. She's got the basketball right now as she turns and motors towards the goal. Lester gets a 3 from the top of the circle. Nope. Rebound though, and that throws it away and blocked. And that will go against Lily Seifert. She was losing her balance and just threw the basketball before she traveled. Ended up going to a Lima Senior Spartan. And with that, Nia James will get to shoot free throws. These famous recipe chicken free throws. Makes the first one. 56% free throw shooter on the season. And makes them both. Her first 2 points to the game, cuts the lead to 3. Sanders. Mitchell wasn't looking for it, but turned around just in time. Seifert pull up 3. She has it cooking right now.
She sure does. That's the moment. That might have been about ready to say heat check there.
She's got 12. There's a steal. Pass inside. A lot of bodies in the way that time. Lester's headed the other way. And she's going to be fouled as she was pushed by Lexi Good heading to the rim. That's her Lexi Good's second foul. Third of the quarter for Lima Senior. We'll get our first Elida sub. Number 5, Shea Rager, 5'6" sophomore. Lima Senior's basketball out of bounds. 43.7 to go in the quarter. Inbound to Lester. Handoff James. James working in the lane. Gets by a couple players. And Nia James has 4 points now and a nice move to the goal.
Good athletic move that she got the ball in her right hand and knew what to do with it and got all the way through the rim and got to the rim and scored the basket.
Gladden finds the lane to the hoop. Rebound by the lady just checked in, Rager. Seifert gets another look. And Lester rebounds that one with 14 seconds to go. Spartans got a chance to get last shot of the quarter. Kalia Lester gets a screen. Works the lane, runner goes up. And it bounces in. Kalia Lester has 7 1/4, and that's how the quarter will end. Elida up 17-15. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Our scoreboard here at Columbus Grove. Elida 17, Lima Senior 15 after 1. Our scoreboard today is brought to you by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years with offices in downtown Lima and in Bluffton. Action-paced open quarter, Scott.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of action. Both teams, after that first opening kind of jitter 2 minutes, the pace got a little fast and furious, and they kind of settled in and started doing the things that they have got them here, and it's a close game, 17-15.
Kalia Lester has 7. Lily Seifert has 12 for Elida. Here's a shot goes up. That's blocked. Rebound comes inside to Denson. She goes up. Her shot is short, and rebound to Sanders. Sanders has a teammate open. Seifert looks cross court and instead spins to the goal. That one bounces out, gets her own rebound, goes back up and rolls in another one. She's got 14. She averages 15 on the season, does the sophomore. She's got 14 already.
Yeah. I think kind of her maybe being left-handed is kind of getting the Lady Spartans. They're really jumping to her right hand and allowing her to get to her left.
Quick drive to the goal. Kalia Lester's got 9. Seifert. Cross-court pass goes back to Rager. Rager trying to get around the Spartan, throws it into the corner. Here's Seifert on top. Looked at a 3, instead goes to the rim. Shot banked short. And we'll head to the other way. Spartans trying to take another lead. James. Bounce passes it to Lester. Deep 3. From the parking lot, a 3-point Wapak Ford field goal. View our new and pre-owned inventory at wapakford.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapak, Canada. She's got 12.
I think she thinks that basket is big as Columbus Grove. Ooh, I thought that was in.
Yeah, so did I. Rager's shot was short. Rebound Seifert. Bounces around. Gladden had her hands on it. Fights it back up. That's short. Spartans battling for the rebound, and eventually Denson secures it. Here comes Lester again. Got 12 in the game.
Elida's kind of getting some good shots. Just kind of gotten a little cold here.
James 3 misses, but she gets her own rebound. Push shot in the lane. No. Battle. Rebound into the hands of Kohlheiser. And finally, Elida gets it away. Throwing ahead to Sanders. Libby heads to the rim. And she will draw contact. Ooh. That's a serious collision there.
So hopefully both okay. They both popped up pretty good. That's good that they're both all right.
Kaysa Jones picks up her 2nd foul. In the process of doing so, she joins Zaisa Scott with 2 fouls into the free throw line for Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws. Located in Wapak, Delphus, and St. Mary's, locally owned and operated, Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. And Sanders will get a couple of free throws. Libby shoots 67% from the free throw line on the season. Spartans changing some bodies as they bring Kohlhofer back into the game.
And Coleman came back in for the Spartans, Lady Spartans.
Thank you. I knew there was a second one, just couldn't figure out which one it was. Thank you. Sanders makes her 2nd of the 2 free throws, average 11 points a game. Senior point guard. Here's Coleman, just got the basketball. At the sideline we go. Scott, bounce pass across the lane. Shots blocked from behind on the shot attempt by Denson. And Mitchell rebounds. The head goes to Gladden. The pass goes inside,
nice
bounce pass across the lane. But they covered Seifert up, she has to back it out. Runner in lane and Seifert scores. She's got 16 now, above her season average, and we've only played 11 minutes.
She's playing well.
And she kicked that one.
She's right there, boy.
Well,
she'd like to get her hand there. That was an easy left-hander to her, dominant for a layup. That
But we just finished with that 4-team hockey tournament. That was a good kick save right there.
Absolutely. I don't know if I'd want to be a goalie and have all those pads and having the puck going 100 miles an hour at you.
Kalia Luster just re-entered the basketball game. 5:01 to go. Elida's up a point. Here's Luster looking for a screen. And she gets it. There's a roll inside. Denson. That shot's blocked, though, by Seifert. Spartans will trigger it in.
Denson had a great screen there in a roll. And unfortunately, she didn't get to the rim all the way, but what a great screen she set.
Scott will be the inbounder. She looks. Bounce pass inside into traffic. And Mitchell was right there to steal the inbounds pass. It's a held ball that favors Elida.
Yep. Scott made a great pass, but in between two Elida Bulldog dogs that they didn't even see it. But unfortunately, the offensive player didn't really catch it cleanly to go up with it.
Lindsay Sanders takes the ball into the Elida scoring zone. Mitchell way on top. Gladden in the corner. In the lane she goes. Her shot's blocked, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound.
Kind of think
Good.
Good was right, Johnny on the spot there. The ball was blocked right to her.
Angie Kohlhofer picks up her first foul on the free throw line. Lexi Good got 5 points in the game. And she makes Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw. And that one also will roll in. 6 points for her. Elida up 3. Luster pushes the pace up the sidelines, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Lexi Good. Back into the game will come Mallory Gibson.
Mallory did a good job of rebounding and controlling that paint for the Lady Spartans when she was in earlier.
Inbounds, it goes to Coleman. She takes a step back 3, bounces off the rim, bounces off the top of the board, which is in play. And Mitchell rebounds. Got a run out, and the rim shot's blocked by Coleman.
Yeah, and all for her.
How about that?
That's great hustle by Coleman to get down there and be a defensive pest, and she did a great job to block that off out of bounds.
And we're going to get a timeout. This one will go to Lima Senior. 4:06 to go in the second. You're watching high school tournament basketball on WOSN. We're pleased to announce a new pricing for the WSN streaming service. For only $8 per month, you can watch WSN from anywhere at any time. Sign up today at app.wsn.tv. Also available on Roku and Apple TV. Each team has taken a timeout here in the first half. Lima Senior just finished theirs. They trail by 3 with 4:06 to go. Elida's going to back out of their press. Maybe show something different half court.
I think it's a good decision to get back, and just because they kind of been chaotic when they come across us, just because Luster's sheer speed with the ball in her hand causes so much problems.
Seifert's trying to play Luster. There's a 3 that goes up from Coleman.
Nice little kind of set up the shooter there.
Maya Coleman made that great defensive play a moment ago, and then splashes a wall pocket on a forward 3-point field goal to tie the score. Sanders, hands off. Seifert looks at it. Good help that time. Come down from Scott. Sanders gets a 3. Rebound comes inside to Kohlhofer. And we will get a foul. You see who gets assessed with it.
Maybe Mitchell?
Before we put it up on the board here. Yep. The call
Mitchell
was against Emma Mitchell. Emma's first. First of the quarter. Back into the game comes Denia Denson. There's number 50. So they went odd guard zone, 1 possession. Or were they trying to play box and one? I'm trying to decide here. Whatever it was, it didn't take Kalia Lester long to figure out what to do and go right to the wing and score.
Well, Denson's doing such a good job this game so far to be the screener and getting Luster some easy baskets because she's using her as the screener coming off that, and it's very difficult. She's doing a great job with screening.
Spartans have scored the last 5 points of the game to take a 2-point lead following their timeout a moment ago. Mitchell on the wing, close to a 5 count. Seifert, 3-look, and she banked that one in. You know it's open when you bank in your third 3-point field goal this evening, brought to you by Wapakoneta Ford.
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
19 for her in the opening quarter.
What a little stutter step hesitation. That was nice.
That was absolutely beautiful. Kalia Lester has 16 now, 9 in this quarter.
Nice.
Right to the other end we go. Maybe we should just let those two play one-on-one.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, they're doing a good job. She ran right down the middle. They threw up the sideline. That's a great sideline break. She got the basket, but her teammates did all the work by passing up the sidelines.
Coleman into the lane. Jump shot will go up. Bounces around. No. Sanders tips it. And it will stay with Lima Senior with exactly 2 minutes to go. Returning to the game, Keisha Jones.
Yeah.
She will head down and take the basketball out of bounds with Elida up a point. Coleman. Gibson in the corner. Coleman gets a jump shot. 2-point field goal. Amaya Coleman, she's got 5 points all in this quarter, puts her team back up 1.
She gets her feet set. That's a nice looking shot that she has.
Sanders, she takes a 3-look. Mitchell rebounds, goes right back up and scores inside. Good roll of the basket by Emma Mitchell. And back and forth we go here for the right to go to the regionals at Bluffton University this week. Benson. Coleman
nice
goes
cut.
back cut. Yes, it was. Spins into the lane and throws it up. Elida fans wanted to travel, didn't get the call. Elida's going to have a run out, though. Bounce pass across the court, and trying to muscle one up was Gladden. She's going to draw contact to go shoot a couple of free throws.
Good unselfish. You already got 20 of the 30, but you're giving up a shot, a good shot for a better shot for your teammate. A great unselfish play there.
Mallory Gibson picks up her first foul. Jordan Gladden split a pair of free throws in the opening quarter. She shoots a Lee's famous recipe chicken free throw. Back into the game comes Anaya James. That one bounces off the rim. Rebound comes to James. Coleman out ahead of the pack. Into the lane she goes. Left-handed shot. That absolutely was. 7 points for her. Spartans back up 1.
Put her in her right hand, step through, use her left hand. That was great fundamental basketball.
Sanders misses a 3. Scramble for the rebound. Ripped away by James. She pushes the pace, goes right to the rim, and her shot, it bounced out of her, but she got her own rebound and put it back up and draws a foul. Really nice hustle play that time by Anaya James. Seifert picks up the foul.
Lady Spartans, there's no rest for the weary. You got to get back because they are relentless of attacking the glass and shooting quickly and then getting into their pressure.
James makes the first of her Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws, and I watched Coach Jenkins, and she was just yelling at her team to board it. And James hustles into another rebound. Lester thought about a 3. James goes to the rim again. That was blocked, but blocked into the hands of a teammate. Ahead of the pack, here's a bounce pass, another bounce pass. And the shot doesn't go. Soaring in for the rebound was Gladden. It tipped it out of bounds, and it was hit out of bounds by Gladden. Elida had a chance to tie. It was 6.3 to go. It'll be Spartan ball.
Yeah. Might have been one too many. Gladden was unselfish. She probably should have shot it. Instead, she threw it to good and just didn't miss it.
No. Did they get it off in time?
No,
they did not. Pushed it down the court. Couldn't get it off in time. Lima Senior, though, will take a 32-30 lead at halftime break. You're watching high school tournament basketball, WOSN. Halftime here at Columbus Grove. It's 32 Lima Senior, 30 Elida. John Stocker DDS is tonight's premier sponsor for the Elida Bulldogs, providing dental care for high school sports fans. Scott Magg, you've been keeping stat numbers. What those showed to you in the first half?
For the visitor, the Elida Bulldogs, they were 3 of 9 from threes, 8 of 22 from twos. Add that all up, it's 11 of 31 for 35%. 12 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds, and by my unofficial stats, they were 6 of 12 from the foul line for 50 points for a grand total of 30. The home team, the Lima Senior Spartans, they were 3 of 7 from threes, 9 of 24 from twos for 39%, 8 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, and they were 5 of 6 from the free throw line for 83%. Add that all up, and we have a 32-30 halftime score. Both teams really didn't shoot it, didn't start off really well. The first 2 minutes was kind of a get rid of the jitters because, again, we've talked about, we touched on this about it's been a long time since either team has made it to the regional, so they're probably not used to playing this late in the season. But both teams, I turned it on halfway through that first quarter, and that second quarter, it was fast and furious, and the points, the scoreboard was getting lit up. And so a lot of the shots that were missed early in this first quarter.
I need to correct an error I have in the opening quarter. Lily Seifert has 20. I had a 3-point field goal marked down for it. It was actually a 2. So she has 20 in the opening half, and Kalia Lester has 16 for Lima Senior to lead their team in scoring, and it will be Lima Senior basketball to begin quarter number 3. Pass comes inbound to Anaya James. Here's a 3 that's going to go up. That ball's a little bit long, and Seifert rebounds. And she stumbles, lost control of the basketball. Headed to the rim is Scott. That is points 3 and 4 today for Zaisha Scott. Spartan lead goes to 4. Sanders has the basketball, and she lost it. Taken away from her by James. She goes to the rim, steps around. That was pretty, just didn't make it. Seifert rebounds. Sanders pushes the pace, comes down, leans in, and missed a shot. Rebound gets tipped out back out front. Seifert wants a 3 look. A good defense by James. There's a step back 3, bounces around, nope. And the rebound's tipped around, and Coleman ends up with it in the corner. Kalia Lester and her 16 points advances the basketball. Spinner in the lane. That will bounce out. Emma Mitchell rebounds. This reminds me of the way the game opened up.
Just ready to say that. I was going to say this is kind of very familiar how the game opened up with a few turnovers and some missed shots, and just one trickled away.
Trying to fight it back up to the rim multiple times is Lexi Good. Then Sanders gets a 3. Gladden rebounds, and eventually Coleman gets it. So multiple opportunities for Elida that wouldn't fall. Here's Lester. Coleman made a 3 earlier. That one's short. Rebound comes to Gladden.
Way to get lost leak out there.
And going right to the rim was really Seifert, and she will draw a foul and get to shoot Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws. Located in Wapak, Delphus, St. Mary's, locally owned and operated. Lee's is not just famous for chicken, we're famous for catering too. There's a second foul on Amaya Coleman.
Just by looking at a couple of these young ladies' faces, they just kind of look tired. I mean, maybe to change the time of the game, but just look a little tired out there.
Lily Seifert makes the first one. It is a noon start here today, which is kind of an unusual time to play. Particularly a tournament game. Here's another opportunity. That one is short. Hustle for the rebound. It comes into the hands of Scott. She's headed down the floor, and she will draw a foul. She goes down hard on that contact. Jason Scott missed a lot of time in the opening half, and she has 2 fouls, and she is down right now.
Slow to get up there. I think she's hurting. I think.
We're going to take a break while I talk about the injury. We're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Jason Scott pops up off the floor, ready to shoot her free throws.
Good to see that she got up injury-free and was able to continue playing this basketball game.
Jordan Gladden picked up her 2nd foul, trying to stop that run to the rim. Scott misses her 1st free throw to get her 2nd one. Lima Senior was 5 for 6 from the free throw line in the opening half. And that one will bounce in for her. Takes a high bounce. She's got 5 in the game now, and the lead goes to 4. Nobody picks up Gladden. She went all the way to the rim. Mitchell rebounds, and she scores inside. Emma's got 4 now.
Good job by her. She went right to the rim to hang out there and get the rebound.
Mitchell blocks Coleman's pass. That opens up the door, and going right to the rim, but unable to finish inside was James. Sanders.
Yeah.
Pull-up jumper is long, and it went out of bounds. I think it went out of bounds off of Luster. No, it did not.
No. And in a bad spot here to see this bottom scorer here.
Angie Kohlhofer will re-enter the basketball game as she will play Scott, who fell hard a moment ago. And she's going to go talk to the trainer.
Yeah. Now they're kind of talking to make sure she's okay. Good job by the coach to make sure she's all right, worried about her player.
Luster trying to get inside. 3, bounces long, into the hands of Lexi Good. Elida with a chance to tie, perhaps take a lead. Here's a long pass ahead to Seifert.
Nice.
And running for the rim, but unable to finish inside was Gladden.
Kohlhofer cleans up the board there. That was good, but she went and got that. Runs hard down the middle and rewards it. They reward her for running hard. Luster.
Absolutely.
It was a great pass over the top. Good catch, too, by Kohlhofer.
Reward that big player when they run the floor.
Absolutely.
Mitchell gets a shot. Bounces long, and heads into the corner, and it went out of bounds. Nobody touched it.
Yep. Good hustle.
Trainer spent a lot of time over there with Scott.
Yeah.
She wanted back in the game immediately, and Trainer said, "You're going to sit and talk to me for a moment."
I'm still looking. I wonder if she kind of wiping something around her eye. I don't know. Maybe she got a little gash. I don't know. Hope she's okay.
Absolutely. Luster out on top. Her team's up by 4. Turns the corner. Off glass, no. Mitchell with another rebound.
I think she picked up her dribble 1 or 2 dribbles too early, and she had a lane for the basket.
Sanders working inside. Seifert covered up by James in a hurry. Sanders gets a 3 from the corner, but that's hard. Rebound inside. And that will be a 2-point field goal. You have to look immediately. Jordan Gladden made it 2, and then her coach took a timeout. 3:51 to go in the third. You're watching high school tournament basketball on WOSN. Elida timeout. Our scoreboard today is brought to you by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years, with offices in downtown Lima and in Bluffton. 3:51 to go, third quarter. Lima Cedars used their second. Elida's used their second timeout. Lima Cedars had just 1. Inbound pass to Luster. Kalia. She's being guarded by Lexi Good up the floor. Pass to Kohlhofer. Back to goes to Luster. And handoff goes to James. She gets a screen, tries to get in the lane. It's taken away from her by Seifert.
Yeah, Seifert's good job of reaching around and pulling that one away.
And we're going to get a foul out front. Seifert trying to get to the open area. Foul goes to
James, I think. Anaya James, yep.
Thank you. Anaya's first foul. And it'll be sideline out of bounds as the Spartans have 2 in the quarter. Elida has just 1. Mitchell. And it goes onto the wing. Good. Glad in the top. Seifert, give and go action, and she scores 23 in the game for her, knocks it at 37.
It's a great offensive set there, that give and go, going to the basket. Ooh, Kohlhofer with a nice screen up top.
And Luster comes out and nails a three-point field goal, brought to you by Wapak Ford. Our new pre-owned inventory is available at wapakford.net. We'll visit us on 613 North Dixie Highway. Mitchell gets a rebound and scores inside.
Sanders is just getting some shots and just falling off the rim, but Mitchell being there. Kohlhofer again setting those high screens.
And stepping out of bounds, trying to get the baseline. Those are some serious screens.
Yes, they are. And they're good screens and legal. I mean, Kohlhofer, that last 3, she should have got an assist because she'd set a great screen and got Luster a nice wide open 3.
Now where Gibson checked back into the game, had a couple of substitutes check in. Gladden works up the sideline. Looks inside to Mitchell. And Gladden again. Good defense that time, Coleman. Sanders from 17.
The first field goal of the game.
It is. Sanders has 3 points in the game now, and her team is up 1. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Luster falls down in the process, went over and back. I wonder if there's some moisture on the court, Scott.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of instances like that where uncharacteristically people go down, and with 2:03 to go here in the third, Lima Senior takes a timeout. Back in a moment. You're watching high school tournament basketball on WOSN. Lima Senior with their second timeout. 2:03 to go here in the third. Trailing by a point. Upshine Scott Mag here. District championship game in Division III. Lima Senior got here by being Shawnee by a point, 38-37. Elida defeated Salina 64-28. And we are in the championship game of this District III championship.
Even matched games so far. We've been Mitchell. Step back 3. I'm sure that was not planned, but that was a heck of a shot by Mitchell.
That's her 15th made three-point field goal of the season. That one brought to you by Wapak Ford. That puts Elida up 4.
Shot that one with confidence.
Pass goes inside, surrounded, has to kick it back out. We're going to get a foul.
Yeah. Sanders, I think, got her hand in there and grabbed a little bit of the arm.
It is good to see Zayosha Scott back in the game, however, after spending some time with the trainer. 5'6" senior, averaging 8.7 points per game and more than 4 steals per game. Here's a 3 that's short. Mitchell rebounds. Mitchell's had a really good quarter.
And she's done a good job of boxing out. Good run out. Good try to get Seifert. It's just great hustle back by Jones to get back there and knock that one out.
I wasn't sure who touched it last
from
from our viewpoint, but it will stay with Elida. Sanders comes off a screen. Seifert was open on the curl cut.
Sanders kind of bobbled the ball a little bit. Good cut by.
Gladden was on making a cut to the goal.
Yeah.
See the foul gets assessed to. It's the third team foul and will be James, the second. Second on Nia James.
Yeah.
Gladden will be the trigger player.
Started this quarter a little shaky, but the action's sure heated up.
Sanders for 3.
Yeah. All you need is sometimes to see one go in the net, and then you get them in bunches.
All of a sudden, the Elida Bulldogs have come away from the three-point line and take a 7-point lead on another Wapak 3-point field goal. Lester to the rim.
Yeah, that's great.
She's got 21 in the game now.
They're having a hard time keeping her out of the paint. She is so good with the ball in her hands. Changes pace, right? She goes fast to slow, and she goes right hand, left hand. They just giving Elida fits. Feeling it.
Yes, she is.
Nice way to go get it.
Absolutely. Cypher went to the rim, secured the rebound, and will draw contact and get to go shoot free throws.
Aisha Scott was pleading her case and wanted a jump ball there. She thought they both got it at the same time.
Scott's third foul to the free throw line for Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws. Cypher with her 23 points. And it bounces in for her. Time roll off the back of the rim.
You just see her face. She's like, oh, I got lucky on that one.
Well, one of the things I like are active players. This will be her 8th free throw of the game. That's what happens when you're active.
Yep. And she's done it inside, outside. Yep. She's put it on the floor. She's got out on the fast break. She's done a lot today.
That one goes dead center. Points 25 for her. It's a 7-point lead. Here comes Elida back with her press.
She's been the point person on that press. Has done a good job. Got herself a few steals. Good job by Mitchell to go straight up, at least on the first one, but she didn't finish it by boxing out, and now she's going to get a foul,
Denia Denson went after her own rebound, secured that, gets to go to the free throw line, and that will be the 3rd foul on Emma Mitchell. Emma's had a 7-point quarter.
Yeah,
rebounded well and defended well. That's
huge
situation,
right? Because they can't afford to lose her. She's been their low post presence.
Some free throw misses.
Yeah, give Denson credit though. She missed the first one and went to go get it. She kept battling.
Absolutely.
Not giving up. That was a great effort by her.
27.5 seconds to go, quarter 3. That one also misses. Elida goes after the rebound. We're going to get a held ball. And it will stay with Elida. And they will get a chance for the last shot of quarter 3 if they can solve this press from Lima Senior.
I wish I statted jump balls today. That has to be the double digits at least for jump balls. But again, it's not because of sloppy play. I think it's a great defensive play that the girls are getting in there and forcing those jump balls.
Mitchell inside, misses. Denson rebounds. Lima Senior will get the chance for the last shot of the quarter. Here's James in a hurry. Denson behind the three-point line, can't get a shot up.
Yeah,
the
good
quarter will
defense
come
by
to an
Elida.
end. It absolutely was. Scott, they came out and smothered the last attempt by Lima Senior. It's a good quarter for Elida, and they will take a 7-point lead to the 4th. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Back at Columbus Grove, 4th quarter action about to begin. John Stocker DDS is tonight's premier sponsor for the Elida Bulldogs, providing dental care for the high school sports fans. Scott, that was a 19-10 quarter for Elida. A lot of that came from the play of Emma Mitchell.
Yeah, she's done a great job. She was kind of their enforcer on the inside and scored a little bit. And goes to, like when a shot goes up, she's right at the rim ready to get an offensive rebound, put it in. She made a 3. Defensively, if it's anywhere close where she's at, she's usually coming away with the rebound. And you know what I like about it, Mark, is she does a really good job of when the shot goes up, she boxes out the person she's in, and that's a lot of start nowadays.
Kalia Lester with 21 for Lima Senior. She has the basketball. She gets a screen.
Elida's kind of switching all those ball screens that kind of caused them problems there a little bit in that second quarter.
Big battle inside. Denson tried to get to the rebound and get to the rim and could not. Here's a pass ahead. Kick back out. Sanders gets a 3. Back to the rim it goes. Denson battling for the rebound, but Lester comes away with it.
They did a good job getting back.
Kalia Lester in the open court is a scary sight if you're wearing a black jersey today.
Yeah. That's on Mitchell. Oh, it's on Good. Yeah, exactly. Mitchell kind of was reaching in there, and I thought they were going to call her on a foul. That would have been her 4th. That would have been trouble for Elida, I think.
Lexi Good and Emma Mitchell both have 3 fouls. Aisha Scott has 3 for Lima Senior, and to the rim. Right on cue, she scores her 6th and 7th points of the game. Now she pressures Sanders, who has to throw it ahead finally, and gets it in the hands of Gladden, who goes to the rim. Missed it. Good rebounds, and she's going to draw a foul.
Yeah.
So she'll get a pair of Lee's free throws. Lee's famous recipe chicken is located in Wapak, Delphos, and St. Mary. It's locally and operated. Lee's is not just famous for chicken, but famous for catering, too.
I'm impressed, though, that Sanders, being pressured like she was, to have her head up and be able to throw the ball ahead to find Gladden, who was open. That's very difficult when two people are hounding you to keep your head up and seeing the open person.
Good makes her second free throw. The team is now 10 of 18 from the free throw line today. Custer trying to get loose and cannot get away from Good. Pass goes on top to James. Anaya goes to the rim, and her shot will bounce around and roll in. She's got 7 in the game now. And then she pressures Seifert. Seifert's able to get it to Mitchell. Up court they come. Cross-court pass. Sanders for 3. Rebound shot, no. Good effort by Gladden.
Yeah.
Left it a bit short. James is going to push the pace the other way. Spartans trail by 4.
Right.
Luster for 3. And she nails a Wapak Canetta Ford 3-point field goal. View our new and pre-owned inventory at WapakCanettaFord.net or visit us at 613 North Dixie Highway in Wapak Canetta.
Yeah, and the line of crowd and the pressure's getting a little bit more intense. Battling back here.
Seifert goes to the rim, and
wow,
she's going to get an and one.
Yeah. Ooh, I tell you. Both teams' leading scorers are like taking over this game. She was not to be denied there, Mark.
That is Zaisha Scott's 4th foul, however. I think on the playground, Scott, they would say it's on.
Yeah, something. 27, trying to get her 28th point here.
And nope, battle for the rebound. No, James gets that one. James had a good game. I like her.
Yes, she plays hard and pushes. Taps the rim.
She's trying to get there right now. Gets cut off.
Unfortunately, she's trying to do too much on that play, I think.
The held ball will belong to Elida, I believe.
Well, the senior fans are wanting the foul, but
might have over-dribbled that time.
I think she needed a jump stop because there was 3 people around her that she probably had an open teammate. Nonetheless, she tried to spin. Lost the handle a little bit. And
Libby Sanders is up the right side. She's being harassed by Jones. And Jones gets the rebound. That was a well-defended play.
Yeah. Kaisha Jones her ball pressure is phenomenal.
Coleman to the lane. She goes. Left-handed shot rolls out. Elida rebounds.
Sanders might have got away with a walk there.
She quickly pitched it to Mitchell, then got it back. Scott's got to be careful. She's got fouls.
Yeah. Both fan bases are not happy right now.
Sanders, pull up 3.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
That huge shot. Emma Sanders has 12 in the game. She makes a 3-point field goal, puts her team up 6, and her coach calls timeout.
Yep.
Back in a moment. You're watching high school tournament basketball on WOSN. We're back at Columbus Grove. Our scoreboard today is brought to you by Webb Insurance Agency, serving Lima and Allen County for more than 100 years with offices in downtown Lima and in Bluffton. That scoreboard shows a 6-point Elida lead. Her coach has taken her 3rd time out of the game. Kalia Luster. And she loses the basketball.
Hand in there,
Headed to the rim. And going up and scoring in transition is Lexi Good.
Yeah, she got her hand in there to poke that one away from Luster, and she got to the rim. It was great defense, and she got rewarded with an easy basket.
Elida's playing some zone.
Yeah, kind of a 1-3-1 look-ish.
Here's a 3. Oh. Huge shot out of the corner by James. She's got 10 in the game as she makes a Wapak a 3-point field goal. And Gladden backs it out to the corner. 4 minutes to go to play in a regional next Wednesday at Bluffton. Gladden, Seifert, Mitchell in the corner. Seifert rolls to the rim and it's stolen. Scott makes a great play.
Yeah, she sure did.
Gives it back to Lester.
Oh.
And Kalia gets run off the basketball, and we're going to get a foul.
I think it's going to be on good, yeah.
If it is, that will be Lexi's 4th foul of the basketball game. It is her 4th. Coach Jenkins has played just 6 players today. Shea Rager played a little bit in the opening half. And other than that, it's been her starting lineup the entire way.
Now it's kind of looks like a 2-3 look here.
You can see number 15, Good, comes out to play on the top. Here's a 3 from Coleman, and it rattles in. Coleman made a 3 back in the opening half.
Good catch by Gladden.
Here's a pass inside. Seifert spins in the lane. Her shot, no. Rebound. And we're gonna get a held ball in the defensive play by Angie Kohlhofer.
Yes.
And it will be Lima senior basketball.
I think I agree with the official. She had both hands on that basketball. I think it was a good call.
Lima senior has made 3 3-point field goals here in the 3rd quarter to go with a pair of 2s, and they're 2 points down. Lester with the basketball.
Elida kind of got out of that zone because I think they were late getting out to the corner.
Kohlhofer has to stripped out of bounds by Seifert.
I think the Elida faithful thought that might have won off her foot.
Kiesha Jones will take the basketball out of downs, but before that will happen, her coach will call a timeout. 3:08 to go in this one. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. We're pleased to announce new pricing for the WSN streaming service. For only $8 per month, you can watch WSN from anywhere at any time. Sign up today at app.wsn.tv. Also available on Roku and Apple TV. Each team has used 3 timeouts. A little game reset. Each team has 2 fouls here in quarter number 4. The possession arrow favors the Elida Bulldogs. And inbounding will be Kiesha Jones. And she throws it out on top to Coleman. Lester. Kalia's got 24 in the game. Coleman. Lob pass. Mitchell was there, but she knocked it into. She got it back.
I like the play design, just didn't get it to her.
Sanders. Pull-up jumper, she's standing on the line, and that missed, and Lester's going to go out of bounds and trigger it in with 2:42 to go. Kalia Lester, 5'4" junior. Averages 12 a game. She's got double that today with 24. Coleman, top of the circle. Lester turns the corner, goes to the rim. Her shot bounces out. Coleman had it for a moment. Scramble for the ball. Elida picks it up. And in the run out, Scott tips it away. That could have been foul 4.
Right. Well, 5. Yeah, on.
That's right.
Scott.
5 would have been
Scott or Jones was right there.
Either way, Scott was called for knocking it out of bounds. It will be Elida basketball, and Livy Sanders will be the inbounder. Loud out on top. Timeout. Coach Jenkins. 2:18 to go in this one. And Lima Senior will be trailing by 2 at 55-57. That was Elida's 4th timeout.
Yep.
Well, Scott, if you like girls basketball, you and I will be at Ridgedale this week on Wednesday night. We will see more ladies basketball that evening as we get to see the Ottawa Glandorf Lady Titans.
Yeah, that should be a good one. I mean, there's a lot of this state-ranked ladies in that division is going to be at that regional, so it's going to be a pretty impressive regional, and should be some very good basketball games.
Should be, and if Elida wins, or excuse me, Elida, if Ottawa Glandorf wins, we're back there again on Saturday for the finals at Ridgedale. Scott, I sent out emails this week to the sites that we want to go at. We could have 19 high school basketball games on WOSN this week and WTLW. So
wow.
District week is all deck on hands week for our station.
Yes, and so a lot enjoyable for the viewers. If you want to see high school basketball, you can leave it on WSN all day or WTLW.
This is your week.
Yes, it is.
Girls Regional Boys District. Seifert
nice.
Curl cut inside, muscles up, and she's going to be fouled. I think it's on Scott.
Yeah, that'll be her five. She'll be fouled out.
There were two ladies there, but it is on Zaisha Scott, and the senior point guard will foul out. She has 7 points today. Spent a lot of the game in foul trouble. And she will be replaced by Anaya James. And to the free throw line will go Lily Seifert. Shoot a pair of Lee's famous recipe chicken free throws. That one she makes. That's point 28 for her today. Averaging 15.1. Back to the rim it goes. Good check out by Coleman.
Yeah, it was very good. And good job by Mitchell that she didn't commit her fourth foul. You know, sometimes you reach over top trying to get it. She kind of kept her hands back and lived to fight another day.
We played 30 minutes. Lima Senior down by 3 to Elida. Lester with a deep 3. Bounces off the rim. Kohofer rebounds on the backside. Doubled up. Scramble for the ball. And eventually ends up into the hands of Good. Here's Gladden up the side. She's doubled up, and we get
jump ball again.
A held ball. The arrow says Elida with 1:39 to go. Elida ball, sideline out of bounds. They have 1 timeout remaining. Lima Senior has 2. Sanders.
Jones
trying to get loose.
Yeah, Jones has been right on her the whole game. Good move by Mitchell.
Rebound comes to Good.
She's done a good job of getting them offensive rebounds.
Seifert for 3. Short. That might have been a game breaker right there, but it came up short with 1:21 to go.
I think if the Elida coach staff would have liked them to work a little bit more clock.
Anaya James. Both crowds come to their feet. One wanting defense, one wanting points on the board. Lester comes off the screen. Kalia Lester to the lane, and she's going to draw contact that's going to go against Lily Seifert, her second foul. Kalia Lester, who shoots 67% from the free throw line. She made her only 2 efforts this evening there. She got 24 in the game, including 4 3-point field goals. First one's good, 25 for her 2-point Elida lead.
You know, yes, she has 25, but after she made that deep 3, they've kind of kept her in check here for the last minute and a half, 2 minutes.
That one also is good. Makes it a 1-point game. Sanders up the sideline, trap. But she rips it loose.
Yeah, she does a good job of stepping through that double team. Very strong with the ball in her hand.
Seifert to the rim. She's going to draw contact again.
That's on James, I think. Anaya will be her 3rd.
And to the free throw line. Lily Seifert. This will be her 12th and 13th free throws in a game. 29 for her. 2-point lead. And 30. Double her 15-point a game average. 3-point lead, Bulldogs, under a minute.
Huge stop if you're a Bulldogs fan.
Luster to the rim, off glass. No, Mitchell
There
rebounds.
she is. Been huge on the boards all night. Does a good job. They're getting the ball across, throwing it ahead.
Seifert will be fouled again, this time by Anaya James again. Anaya's fourth foul. 33 and a half to go. Back to the free throw game. Line goes Willie Seifert.
I really like what Elida's done all game. They've really pushed the ball up the sidelines, and what they have Sanders, their point guard, kind of opposite. But what the best part is, they've had Mitchell. She's kind of slow played it, been the trail, and she's always been their release valve, the outlet to her. And it's really Lima Senior hasn't got much off this press.
She's 8 of 14 from the free throw line today. This will be her 15th free throw, and this would make it a 2-possession game if she could get this one to go down. And that bounces out. Tipped out of bounds. Who hit it?
Yeah, good, so good at getting her hands in there and getting to the rim. She tipped it out. She just couldn't get there quite close enough.
Kalia Luster, team trails by 3. Like to get a 3, but Elida needs to score sometime.
Yeah.
Elida goes zone, push that 2-3 way out on the floor. Luster trying to turn the corner and can't. Good defense. Kohlhoff picks up a shot. No, rebound. Outlet pass, Sanders, 8 seconds to go.
Ooh.
Almost a steal by James instead.
Wow, got it,
Yep. Foul called. That will go to Anaya James and be her 5th foul. She will foul out with 10 in the game. 6 seconds to go. Sanders will go to the free throw line. She is 1 for 2 there today. She's a 67% free throw shooter on the season. That one bounces out.
Elida hasn't done themselves any favors that they've missed the last 3 here.
That one also misses. Spartans need a 3, and they're going to take a quick timeout. 4.7 to go, and Lima Senior will take their 4th timeout. And they trail by 3, and I think you would say at this point, Scott, you about got to make a 3. Not enough time to do anything else.
And, you know, I with only 3 fouls this quarter, Mark, you may want to foul twice, right? In 4 seconds, and making sure, foul them early, make a second off, foul them again, and then they shoot 2, and you don't have to worry about Luster because, you know, we've seen it tonight. She can almost hit them from half court,
yes.
So I wouldn't even give her an attempt. I would foul twice, knowing that you've got at least 1 for sure, that you can maybe take a second, maybe second and a half. You foul again, maybe on the half court. Don't let them get a shot up.
Scott was referring to the fact that Elida has just 3 team fouls, so the first one does nothing. The second one would just be a 2-shot foul.
The only thing I think is they can't, Good, who has 4, I don't think she could commit a foul here. She's on Luster, though.
Luster gets to up court. Coleman, shot at the buzzer. And the Elida Bulldogs, for the first time since the 2004 season, will head to the regionals next week at Bluffton University. Scott will be back in a moment with a postgame show. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. We're back at Columbus Grove, where Elida has taken an exciting 60-57 victory over Lima Senior, so they can move into the regionals next week. And Scott, what a basketball game we just saw.
Oh yeah, what a great game. And again, you know, Coleman had a look, but I think Good or Seifert got her hand in there to knock that one away, to not get that 3-point shot attempt. But my heart aches for the Spartan ladies that are, you know, emotional right now because their season comes to an end, but they sure played their tails off, and they have nothing to be ashamed of. it stinks when your season goes in, especially when you're a senior, knowing that, hey, I don't get to hang out with these people anymore, and all the time and effort you put in, and the end, the finality of it all, my heart bleeds for these ladies.
Two ladies, Spartans, who were seniors, played a lot today. That would be who are seniors. Aisha Scott ends up with 7 today. Amaya Coleman had 10. Those are the two graduating players, but if you're looking at what Lima Senior has retuning, Kalia Lester's a junior. She had 26 today, and James had 10 today, and they had a lot of other young underclassmen play. This is a Spartan program headed in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lima Senior quarter scores 15, 17, 10, and 15. Again, they were led in scoring by Kalia Lester with 26, and 10 from Amaya Coleman, and 10 from Anaya James. Elida, they had quarter scores of 17, 13, 19, 11 for their 60. They were led by Lily Seifert with 30. She's just a sophomore, Scott.
Yeah, she played well. She had well of a game.
So Elida will be moved to 16-9 on the season. They will be in Bluffton on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. They will play against Granville, who won the other night 41-30 over Columbus Centennial. In the regional tournament for the first time since 2004 will be the Elida Bulldogs. Our sponsors today have been Web Insurance Agency, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, Wapak Ford, and John Stocker DDS. Megan Sherrick did all of our camera and audio work here, and she will take it back to the station on Beatty Road to edit it all together. Elida moves on to the regionals, 60-57 over Lima Senior. You've been watching high school tournament basketball on WOSN.